Alrighty guys, now let's go into the track guide. I hope you have an amazing week on this track. Let's try to break it down and understand how to gain time, where you're losing, and how to make this more efficient. And by the way, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, check out my website GITGUDracing.com. I have a lot of courses, but also the academy that I can help you with on a week-to-week basis. Now, going into the track guide itself, thanks to Leo for providing this hot lap. Very, very fast lap once again. So going into turn 1, make sure you align yourself not with the white line, but with the grass. You can barely brush the grass with your right tires and still is going to be fine because you want to turn in with 100% throttle. So there's no braking going on the grass. This means we can exploit it. Turning it with 100% throttle, and the moment that you don't see that exit road on the right side, that's the moment when you start dropping the throttle and start applying the brakes. But notice that when we point the car in the corner, very important, do it flat out to carry the downforce at turn in. Now, braking will be following very, very closely. You don't want to brake hard. You just want to keep a little bit of weight on the nose of the car so that you're trail braking in low percentages. Your aim is to get very close to the yellow anti-curves without touching them. Just like that. This picture speaks volumes because this is the amount of track usage that can be exploited around here, still holding the brakes in lower percentages. But notice that we're doing this because we're also steering. So we can't really slam the brakes hard because we're adding quite a lot of steering, but we will have a short window where the grip can go into the braking, not the steering, because right now you see we're straightening up the wheel, and because the wheel is almost straight, we can bump up the brake pressure. So the braking in turn 1 is actually happening in 2 stages, where the first one you just keep low percent trail braking, but as you get into the zone after the yellow sausage curbs, then you can brake more aggressively, going to 66%. And then because we're steering, once again, you have to release the brakes, cut very close to the second batch of yellow anti-curves, and then low percent on the brakes. Keep a very tight line around here so that you're meeting the white and red curb without touching the big red sausage, and then keep the throttle flat out while using all the track on the exit. Super important. Don't take a wide line. It won't be worth it. Stay as tight as you can and make sure your inputs are clean. You're not going on throttle and then dropping it abruptly. Now for the next corner, once again, you're not aligning yourself with a white line. Instead, you're aligning yourself with this grayish part to the right side of the white line. You're going to brake and turn almost at the same time when you're mounting that grayish part of the curb. And then in third gear, keep a tight line once again. This zone is very grippy, so stay in the grippy part. It's going to be key. 0-100 on the throttle using all the exit. And now we're heading towards a tricky double left section. First of all, once again, very close to this red bumpers. Then you're going to turn in flat out, flat out. Your car will arrive into the center right. And the moment that you arrive here, you're going to drop the throttle a little bit and then pick it back up. Your goal is to treat this section as a double apex, where you take the first apex near the curb. This is our second apex, very close. You can cut on top of it. Flat out, take the third apex around here. And then when the car is having the front tires outside that big red sausage curb, so you can brake with both of them efficiently, keeping the steering wheel straight, and you're going to brake almost in a straight line when you're hitting the peak pressure. But then you're going to release, trail brake, and take a very late apex, completely going on this green AstroTurf near the grass, using all the exit once again, and we're heading towards another chicane. This chicane is very, very fast, so make sure you're cutting a lot on entry flat out, and then make sure you're cutting a lot here flat out as well. You see how close you can go to this red bumper, and then still flat out, you're only going to be braking after you get off that green part of the curb, small percent on the trail brake, and then picking the throttle back up, very close to the red sausage curb once again. So exploiting the track limits is a must on this track. It's on every track, but you can gain a lot here. Now, going into this corner right here, there are 2 different approaches. Either you can brake harder for this corner so that your car will be all the way on the right side, and then you're going to be able to take the next corner very, very fast, keeping the throttle pinned, or you're going to compromise it a little bit more. So this is what we're doing here. We're compromising. We are very close to the white line, and this corner, it's now easy. So you can either make this corner easy, or you can make the first one easy. It's going to depend on you. But I would suggest to keep this line from the track guide because it's much more consistent. Now going into the last sector, last two corners of the track, and by the way, this was done with a fixed setup, but if you want to go even quicker, check out Go Setups. We also have a 10% discount code. But going into this one, you're gonna just basically turn and brake at the same time, low percent, and then quickly go on the throttle. The same thing, exploiting the track apex and exit. And for the last one, brake before the white line of the pit entry. Brake in a straight line, exploit the track just like that. So you don't want to align yourself with the white line here on the right. You want to put a car in the center of the green, and then trail brake in third gear, mount a lot the curb, and use the exit pace. Once again, very fun track to drive. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, give it a like, subscribe, and as always, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, GitGUDRacing.com, Go Setups. I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Bye bye.